Hi, I'm James Kronk, and behind this camera is Scott Massey, and we are your hosts at Golf Industry Guru. Scott and I have both been in the golf and hospitality business for over 25 years as golf professionals, general managers, consultants, and trainers. And we couldn't be more appreciative, honored, and thankful that you have joined Golf Industry Guru. We can assure you that we will work night and day to make sure that your investment in Gig pays for itself many, many times over. We have three goals at Gig. First is to make Golf Industry Guru the #1 golf industry training resource in the world. Second, it's to help our members improve themselves, their teams, and their clubs. And third, is to work with awesome people from around the world creating high quality educational content and to have lots of fun doing it. Most importantly though, we are here for you. Whether you are a seasoned multi-course owner-operator with 500 employees, or you just inherited a golf course from your rich uncle, we think our gurus can share with you so many proven strategies and best practices that we will help you be a better leader, help your team be better managers, and help your club deliver a better member and customer experience that will allow your business to make more money. Golf Industry Guru is here to help you, whether you're a course owner, an operator, a general manager, or department head, or a supervisor. This includes superintendents and chefs, food and beverage managers, head professionals, sales managers, controllers, heck, even the back shop kid. If you lead a department of 5 or 50, there will always be lots here on Gig that can help you. So once again, thank you for joining Golf Industry Guru, and let's get started.
Hey, I'm Scott Massey, and welcome to your very first course on Gig, but certainly not your last. As you know, this course is called the Gig Guided Tour, and the sole purpose of this quick course is to help you get the most out of the Gig platform. This is Chapter 1, the intro, and it's quick and easy. And that's one of our main goals at Gig, which is to provide our members with bite-sized lessons so that you can have a snack by watching 1 or 2 episodes, or have a buffet dinner and binge watch 10 hours of awesome training content. It's all up to you. We'll dive deeper in a few minutes, but let's start high level with the dashboard, which is where you will automatically arrive each time you log into Gig. So what's great is we've made you a dashboard to make sure you always know exactly what's going on, no matter how you like to use Golf Industry Guru. The dashboard actually provides members with access to quite a bit of information, but really it has 3 main sections. First, the recently released section. This is a great place to find all of the latest content that's just been uploaded to the Gig campus. Second, you have the recent forum discussion section, which gives you a quick look at what's going on in the Gig community right now. And third, the dashboard has an area that provides easy access to all the various types of content offered within the Gig campus, whether that's the library, the community, or our member-only Q&A calls. You'll also find at the bottom of the dashboard that there are an additional 3 sections that we'll always want you to focus on. Here we have a section to remind you of the next member's Q&A call, along with a button that will automatically add that call into your calendar as an appointment. We also have a section that will allow you to quickly jump to an important new piece of content, such as our latest episode of the Gig podcast, or maybe a recently released webinar. But more than anything, we want you to know that we're here to help, and we're listening. And that's why we created something called the Gig Gimme, which you will also find access to here. So one of the best things that makes Gig different is that members get to provide input on the new topics that we cover. New content is continuously added to the website to ensure we're covering the topics you want and so that you receive value every time you log in. More on this later, but if there's content that you'd like to see added to Gig, be sure to contact us by filling out the form on the Gig Gimme page and sharing with us your ideas for new content.
So once again, thanks for joining Gig. We invite you to explore all that Gig has to offer, and mostly, we want you to know that every week we will be adding new content from some of our industry's leading trainers, consultants, speakers, and operators from around the world. So that's it for the intro. And in the next chapter of the Gig Guided Tour course, we will show you how to get the most out of Golf Industry Guru so that you can improve your management skills, your team, and your club. So this is the end of Chapter 1, the intro. So simply click on the next button below that marks this lesson as complete and carry on to Chapter 2. Thanks for watching, and see you in Chapter 2, where we will explain the 5 best features of the Gig platform. again, and welcome to Chapter 2, the 5 awesome features of Gig. In this chapter, we are going to go through the 5 different components of the member website, or what is known as the Gig Campus, because that is where you are going to do all of your learning. These 5 features are an awesome library, our Q&A calls, the community forum, gig tracking, and last but not least, the Gig Gimme. So here we go.
The first big feature in Gig is the library of information that is there to help you run your entire golf business or your department. So let's head there now and take a look. So in the library, you're going to find courses, podcasts, and webinars that you can watch and then listen to on demand. These are delivered by some of our industry's best and brightest trainers, consultants, and operators from around the world. Also in the library, you'll find our templates and blogs and articles sections, where you can download blogs, documents, templates, articles, and checklists that you can then edit and customize specifically to your club. These 2 are from our gurus, and we think this is where you and your team are going to find your aha moments, your insights, and your inspirational ideas from the best business leaders in golf and hospitality, and other content too that can bring you a lot of value. Some examples of the kind of best practices you will find in the library include onboarding new employees, job descriptions, employee contracts, training manuals, performance reviews, ways to motivate your staff, how to increase retail sales, and so much more. When you hover your cursor over the library heading, you can either choose What's New, which will show you the 3 most recent pieces of content for each type, or you can click on the section itself that you want, which will then display all of the content that can be currently found in that section. Also, at the bottom of the drop-down menu, you're going to find a Coming Soon page, which gets updated regularly because this is where we will provide you with a summary of all of the new, proven practical strategies and advice that's coming to Gig over the next few months. So, from the dashboard, if you click on Library and then What's New, you'll notice that we've built in quite a few filters at the top of the library and a search bar there as well to help you find the right piece of content for you to take advantage of next. Listen, we know how tempting it is to want to do everything at once, but that's rarely the best route to success. So, by using the topics and search features to make sure you're focusing on the right things, and most importantly, also taking action on what you're learning, we think you'll achieve results much faster. For topics, we have pre-selected over 20 common golf business topics that various types of gig content are designed to cover. If one of those topics aligns with what you want to learn more about, then simply click on that topic to display all the various types of content that relate to that topic. Now, if you're not finding what you're looking for with one of the pre-selected topics we have chosen, then instead just type a keyword into the search bar above the topics section and all of the content related to your keyword will be displayed. Okay, so when it comes to courses, some are longer than others, but no matter the length of the course, we break each one down into chapters that are less than 15 minutes in length. So what this allows is for you to jump in and watch a chapter or 2 when you have time, or where applicable, you can take the worksheets, action plans, or checklists with you to work on later in the day or week. It doesn't matter if you have 30 minutes a week or 30 hours a month to spend with us here on Gig, because we've broken down each course so that you can work at your own pace. And remember, the library is always growing because we're always working behind the scenes with gurus from inside and outside the industry to create new courses, podcasts, webinars, templates, blogs, and articles specifically for you and your team. So expect the library to grow on a very regular basis. Oh, and one more thing. Every part of Gig is optimized for use on your phones and tablets. So feel free to browse and then take us with you on the go.
The second awesome feature of Gig is our live bi-monthly Q&A calls. Our live Q&A calls will give you advice and feedback tailored to your specific questions and challenges. These calls are a great opportunity for you and your team to be able to ask your questions, get our direct feedback, get our personal opinions, and even just hang out with us online and chat with us and our gurus in real time to learn about what's happening around the global golf industry and what best practices you can learn to help your club specifically. On the top of the dashboard, you can see the countdown clock to our next live session. Don't forget to click the Add to Calendar button to put the next call directly into your calendar as an appointment. We will also send you an email the day before as a reminder. But don't worry, if you do miss a call, you will be able to find all of the sessions archived and available for you to watch when it's most convenient for you. Also, each archived Q&A call will have video jump link functionality, which is a great feature of Gig and really allows you to efficiently jump ahead to the parts of the call that you want to check out the most. Each question addressed in the call will be featured in this table. So all you have to do is scroll the table to see what discussion points you are most interested in. Then, when you find a question that you want to hear the answer to, you just have to click on the associated jump link and you'll be automatically and magically taken to that part of the video instead of having to fast forward on your own or listen to the entire call. And remember, it's your questions that will make these calls valuable for you and your fellow members. So if there's anything you're curious about or want to know more about, then click on Submit a Question in the Q&A call section found on your dashboard and let us know what your question is so that we can cover it on our next call. Now, Scott is going to tell you about how you can get great advice on Gig from other industry leaders just like you.
That's right, James, because the third best benefit of being a member of Golf Industry Guru is having access to our community forum. The community forum is where our members get to ask for advice directly from their peers. By setting up your profile properly, which we can help you with, you can connect virtually with others who have the same role in a similar type of club, either in your same region or literally across the globe. The community forum is the place for you to go with all of your questions, asking for feedback, gaining support, and getting to know other like-minded golf industry leaders just like you. Okay, so to jump into the community from the dashboard, just click on Community, and when the page loads, you'll notice that there's numerous forums to choose from. So simply open one up, plug in your question or comment, and wait to see the responses. Also, here are 3 forum tips for you. First of all, you can search the forums by entering the topic of your choice right here. And you can use this to find a lot of interesting people, conversations, and other useful content provided by your fellow Gig members and the Gig team. Second, this Topics View List section is a favorite for most Gig members because it shows you what's happened in the forums since you last logged in, and it also gives you 9 other buttons to filter by too. Lastly, in addition to connecting with your fellow Gig members in the community discussions forums, we've also included a private discussion area where you can post your questions for discussion with James and I when you want to keep things confidential.
Okay, so how are you doing so far? Keeping up? If not, don't worry, just pause and rewind. Okay, so how are you doing so far? Keeping up? If not, don't worry, just pause and rewind. And that brings us to the 4th awesome feature of Gig, which is what we call Gig Tracking. And you'll find that under the My Account section. More about that in a second. You see, we are constantly adding new content to Gig. And so you might find it tough to keep track of what you have watched or what template you have downloaded or what Guru podcast you listened to 6 months ago. So that's why we also created the My Content page. For every piece of content that's on Gig, there's a spot where you can mark content. And that allows you to mark it as completed, bookmarked, or a favorite. Then, when you go to your My Account and go to My Content, you can see which content on Gig you have completed, what content you have bookmarked, and which content you've selected as a favorite. Every piece of content in Gig can be bookmarked. So when you've started something but haven't finished it, then just bookmark it and you can easily reference it next time you log in a Gig. The next time you come back, just come to your My Content page, click on the Bookmarks tab, and then all of your bookmarked content will be displayed. And you can pick up easily from where you left off by selecting the piece of content you want to dive back into. Also, if you find a certain piece of content on Gig that you really like and know that you'll want to refer back to frequently, then just favorite it. And know that when you want to access it again, you'll be able to find it here quickly and easily. Now, let's talk about what I think is one of the most exciting things on our platform, and that's gig tracking, which is all about earning points and providing you with a record of what you've learned to help you stay motivated, but also to allow you to see how your team is progressing on the gig platform. Gig tracking is based on awarding digital badges for your accomplishments and based on providing points to quantify the amount of time you invest in your learning with Gig. Points can be earned in several ways, including logging into the site, completing a course, being active in the community forums, and of course, downloading and consuming content like podcasts, webinars, articles, and more. Each point earned is representative of 1 minute spent by you on the Gig platform. So at the end of the season, if you have earned 3,000 points, well, that would mean that you've accomplished a lot and spent over 50 hours investing in your golf business education, all with the goal to further yourself, your team, and your club. Plus, if you are a golf course owner or operator and want to see what content your management team has watched or not watched, then you can see that as well. It's kind of like a built-in accountability system. If your club is paying each month to be part of Gig, then you want to make sure that your management team is active on the site, either using the community forum to ask questions of their peers or getting real-life advice from Q&A calls, learning from our industry experts and gurus, or downloading a new template. And if by chance your team tells you that they can't find what they're looking for, well, then that brings us to the final and best feature of Gig, the Gig Gimme.
That's right, James. You and I both love the Gig Gimme because it lets you, our members, tell us what content you're looking for from us. Is there someone in the golf industry that you'd like us to do a podcast with? Maybe there's a training tool that you'd like us to track down for you, or some marketing advice that you really need. The Gig Gimme lets you tell us what you want, and then we will go across the globe searching for the solutions that you've asked for. Okay, so to take a Gig Gimme, from the dashboard, just scroll to the bottom of the page where you'll see the Gig Gimme section, press the click here button, and at that point just fill out the details of your request in the form provided, and we'll take care of the rest. We'll prioritize Gig's new content list based on the demands of our membership, but rest assured we'll answer each and every Gig Gimme request one way or the other.
All right, awesome. Well done. That's this chapter done. So click on the next button below to mark this chapter as complete. And then let's move on to the final chapter of the Gig Guided Tour course. Welcome to Chapter 3 of the Gig Guided Tour course, which is all about a feature of Gig that we call My Gig Vault. Well, what's My Gig Vault, you ask? Let me tell you. My Gig Vault is designed to make Gig the ultimate training, onboarding, and knowledge transfer platform for every team member in every role and at every club around the world. With My Gig Vault, we give your club's existing and newly developed systems, processes, and procedures a new home inside of Golf Industry Guru. Combined with Gig Tracking, you can use My Gig Vault as a digital filing cabinet to organize and store every training video, training document, process, policy, and procedure that you've already created for all the roles and responsibilities at your club. The result is faster onboarding, more consistent processes, and increased accountability for all employees, because training is only effective if it is easily accessible to your team members. Sure, you can provide us with the documents and videos to upload to your My Gig Vault page, or better yet, we can help you develop what you need. Here at Gig, we do some deep dive client work, and we can help you create tons of tools and resources to help level up your employee training initiatives and organize the chaos in your growing golf club business. For more information on that or to discuss your project, just contact us directly at hello@golfindustryguru.com and let's chat about how we can help. Now, we'll talk about how to set up your My Gig Vault page in a minute. But first, let's head over to the My Gig Vault page belonging to one of our gig member clubs and take a closer look. So the first thing we want you to know is that with My Gig Vault, we will personally work with every member club to create your very own uniquely branded, confidential, and password-protected location within the gig platform for all of your own internal training materials, which will be accessible to each of your team members 24/7, 365 days a year. To access your club's My Gig Vault page, from the dashboard, just click on My Gig Vault, and then input the password for your club's My Gig Vault page and click Enter. Next, you will automatically arrive at your club's My Gig Vault page, which will show some personalized design elements such as a feature image specific to your club and a message to the team from your general manager or another member of your senior leadership team to let your team members know that this area inside of Gig is designed especially for them. Now, as you start to scroll down the page, you will begin to see where documents that have been uploaded to your My Gig Vault are located and how they can be sorted and organized by department or category. To download or open a document, simply move your cursor to the document you want to choose and then click View. This will open the document and allow you to view the resource and save it to your computer. Or, if it is a video that we are talking about, that will then be available for viewing on the player directly inside your My Gig Vault page. Next, if you minimize a document and go back to your My Gig Vault, scroll to the top of the page and then click Gig Tracking from the My Account tab. You will then see that your My Gig Tracking history has been updated to reflect that this resource has just been accessed. So, regardless if it's your new team member orientation video that they just watched, or your new team member handbook that they just downloaded, or the latest episode of a gig podcast that they just tuned into, Gig Tracking will always tell you who's done what and when. Well, there you have it. That's a quick overview of My Gig Vault. And as you can see, it's a perfect way to support everyone at your club with onboarding, training, becoming and staying familiar with processes and procedures, and to reinforce the importance of safety in the workplace. My Gig Vault is perfect for onboarding because it can offer all your team members an easy and convenient onboarding process to get each of them up to speed more efficiently and effectively before they come to work. My Gig Vault will enhance your ability to train your team, because it keeps every how-to for each role in every department of your club in one spot. This includes everything from documents such as training manuals or a summary of your club's minimum service standards to orientation videos welcoming new team members to your operation. My Gig Vault is the ideal place to store all of your club's SOPs because having standard operating procedures, as you know, that are easy to access, which are known by everyone and consistently followed by all of your team members, are crucial to the successful delivery of a great guest experience. And finally, My Gig Vault will make your workplace environment safer because having a one-stop location for all of the necessary and required safety training documents and forms that you have in place at your club is a must. My Gig Vault is here to help you take the growing pains out of growing your golf club business. Are you ready? So, to work with us to set up your club's My Gig Vault page, just contact us today at support@golfindustryguru.com so that we can start the process. And don't worry, the good news is we'll make it easy and we'll do most of the work for you and your team to set up your My Gig Vault. So that's it for now. We'll see you in the next chapter. So that's just about it. Now you know all about how to best use the Golf Industry Guru platform. But before you go, we have a few very important steps that we need you to complete. First, if you are the one that secured your club's membership to Gig, and you'll be the administrator for your club, then click on the My Account section at the top of your screen and then select Account. Here you'll be able to access all of your account details and do things like change your password or your payment methods. But remember, the most valuable thing about Gig is that your membership comes with 10 user profiles. So most importantly, we want you to do is to click on subscriptions. And then down here on the right, click on sub-accounts so that you can add the other 9 members of your team that you want to have join you on Gig. So you can do this by clicking on the Add Sub-Account button and then either fill out the form on their behalf and invite them in, or better yet, scroll down further where you can copy the sign-up URL and send it to them in your own personal email invitation. Remember, the sooner you invite them in and the sooner they get started, the quicker you can all start to achieve greater success with Golf Industry Guru.
Second, head over to the community, say hello, and introduce yourself to your fellow Gig members. Like we mentioned before, it's a great place for you to seek assistance and support and to collaborate with other golf industry leaders just like you. You may also find some of our gurus inside the community too. So if you ever have any questions for them about any of the content they've contributed to Gig, don't hesitate to hit them up. Finally, please let us know what content you would like to see on Gig. And remember, our members provide input on the new topics that we cover, so after you've finished up in the community, head back over to your dashboard and click on the Gig Gimme and tell us about what you want to see upcoming on Gig, so that we can know what's on your mind and so that we can make sure we're covering the topics that you want to see the most.
Telling us what content you want is what separates Gig from other training options that tell you what they want to say instead of giving you what you want to hear. Our goal at Gig isn't about creating a bunch of random things for you to watch and read and listen to, because frankly, you don't need a bunch of extra things to watch and read and listen to. There's lots of that kind of stuff out there already, and honestly, I don't think we need more of it. Our objective, however, is to create an online tool that is always getting better and more useful for you day in and day out. One that you can rely on to support you and your team during the challenging times, or a resource for you to use to solve your problems with solutions that provide a fast track to the outcome that you want, that will allow you to take action quickly and easily and implement real meaningful change and improvement at your club. All with the support of some of the industry's best leaders and experts, trainers and consultants. The golf business is a great business, we know that. But we're tired of hearing stories about good, talented people just like you who struggle to find and train and retain their staff, or grow their revenues, or make more money. Too many owners and operators have told us that they kind of feel stuck in that pursuit of golf industry success. And that is what inspired us to create and build an online training platform. We want to help you. And with Gig and the support of our gurus, we know we can help you and your team. And we think that we can help you achieve some of your most ambitious golf business goals and objectives. So that's it for now. Congratulations, because you just finished your first course. You can mark this one as complete. Just click on the next button below and continue to the course summary page, and then hit the Mark Course Complete button. Once again, thank you for joining Golf Industry Guru and joining our learning family. We're excited to have you as part of Gig, and we look forward to seeing you more on the inside